Okay, and then lastly, let's talk about WEP and WPA attacks. Okay, as we know, WEP and WPA both contain weak encryption, and that encryption has been broken for a number of years now. So when we have the option, we want to use WPA2 with a strong pre-shared key or a Radius authentication server. So in this example, just to illustrate Radius, we have a typical laptop that's going to connect to a wireless access point. In a typical non-Radius environment, the laptop would authenticate directly to the wireless access point. That has a certain level of security, but it can be subject to compromise, especially if someone puts a rogue access point on that network. However, if we use a Radius server, then instead of actually authenticating to the wireless access point, the laptop would connect, but then the wireless access point would then go out to the Radius server and authenticate through the Radius server. And the Radius server might have Active Directory or Kerberos or some type of authentication mechanism that the user would have to supply credentials, and those credentials are stored in Active Directory or Kerberos, again providing that extra layer of security for your wireless environment. Okay, so in this module, we talked about a number of things that deal with wireless attacks, such things as rogue access points. We talked about jamming and interference and how that kind of relates to using rogue access points and evil twins. We also talked about war driving and war chalking, basically looking for wireless networks and wireless points of connectivity that hackers can use to gain access to the internet. We talked about some Bluetooth hacking techniques such as bluejacking and blue snarfing. We talked about initialization vector attacks, packet sniffing, talked about near-field communication, and how all of these things play into our network security, including replay attacks and then WEP and WPA attacks. So I hope this module was informative for you, and I'd like to thank you very much for watching.